everybody. This is LadyDell with LadyDellMinistries.org, and we are here with Greg and LaTanya of Union28. We're at the Great Homeschool Convention, and we're having a great time. So they're going to tell us a little bit about their ministry, because they are really pro-marriage, and they're really excited about it. So first, tell me a little bit about your marriage. How long have you guys been married?
We just celebrated 9 years in March, so we've been married 9 years, and yeah, it definitely gets better every year, so that's a good thing.
That's great. So what made you decide to start this ministry?
We had been married for almost 3 years, and so for our 3rd anniversary, I made a t-shirt that says, "My husband rocks," and I surprised my husband and wore that on our anniversary trip, and everybody that saw it loved it and wondered where they could get one. So we had also, I had been praying for a business idea, something that I could do from home. And about a year later, after I made that first shirt, all of a sudden the light bulb went off, and it was like, oh, this is the business opportunity I've been praying about. So that's how we started Union28.
Okay, that is great. Now, can you just give us any words of wisdom, tips about marriage?
Oh, yes. Well, I would say no marriage is perfect. That's something that my husband really encouraged me with, especially in the early years of marriage, is that you can never look on somebody else's paper and compare your marriage to theirs, because everybody's different, and often you don't see what's going on in somebody else's marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
So definitely focus on your marriage, and probably the other thing would be to constantly be in prayer for your marriage and your spouse.
Absolutely.
And yes, definitely be in prayer for your spouse if there are things that, might concern you or whatever. But more importantly, and most importantly, is to be in constant prayer and ask God to change you. Change me so that I can be a better wife. And what I found is that as I allow God to change me, my husband changes, because I become a better wife, and he responds to that.
Right.
So I think probably one of the best things you can do for your marriage is to allow God to change you.
And one thing too that has helped us a lot is just trying to understand the other person and communicating a lot better. Because every marriage you're going to have disagreements. And what we've found is that when we sit back and take it easy and try to understand what the other person is trying or is feeling or is going through, that really helps bring us closer together. And it really diffuses a lot of contention.
Yes, because you begin to realize that your enemy is not your spouse. The enemy is the enemy. It's Satan, and he will do anything to try and bring contention or disagreement or miscommunication, which is a huge one, or misunderstanding. And when you remember that Satan is the enemy and not your spouse, then it does diffuse your anger. And when you allow yourself to learn how to communicate and to not be easily offended. Like it's so easy for us. We want to take offense to something that feels hurtful, and when you say, no, I'm not going to take offense, I'm just going to let him know that felt hurtful, and then you can discuss it, and then he normally says, well, goodness, I did not ever even intend for that to hurt you. So, so just learning how to communicate has really helped us and improved our marriage and our relationship.
All right, well, great. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at some of the shirts. Now, if you can tell me, what are some of your favorite shirts? Which one is really the one that's favorite? Because I'm guessing it's probably My Husband Rocks, or is there another one that you have that's really a favorite?
Well, my husband and I, we design almost all of the shirts ourselves. Each one has a special meaning to us, because we just create shirts that speak to us, and we hope other people like them too. But probably one of my favorites is just the shirt that simply says "My Husband Rocks," because that's where it all started. The very first shirt I made just simply said "My Husband Rocks," and it's a very simple shirt, but you'll get lots of comments when people see you, strangers even, or when you go to church or the dentist's office, grocery store, people will stop you and say, wow, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And then you get to talk about your marriage, and it becomes a way to really share your testimony with
That
people.
is great.
So it's great.
I like that. Okay, well, again, this is Lady Dell with LadyDellMinistries.org, and we are here with Greg and LaTanya from Union28, and the website is www.union28.net, and hopefully you will come by and see them sometime, and that'll be great. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.